Hi friends, welcome back. So today we are going to be talking about what a HELOC is and how it works. Hey friends, welcome back. Mary Howard here with There's No Place Like Home NC, Red Boots Realty powered by eXp Realty. Before we go too much further into this, I want to say I'm not a lender or a broker. This is my general information I've gathered in my years as a real estate agent. If you, after watching this, have more questions or are interested in learning more, please contact your trusted lender. And if you don't have one, feel free to call, text, or email me, and I will put you in contact with my go-to rock star. All right, so a HELOC is known as a home equity line of credit. And what this does, it allows you to borrow money against your equity in the home that you currently own. A HELOC allows for flexibility around the amount borrowed and the way to repay it. It kind of works like a credit card. You can borrow money up to a certain credit limit, and then that limit is set by your lender, and then you can pay it back along with the interest. And you can withdraw and make payments pretty much at your discretion. You can take out money daily, you can take out money weekly, just whenever it is necessary. The requirements for a HELOC vary based on the lender, but in general, you will need your credit score to be at least a 600. And if you already own a house, you know the better your credit score is, the better your loan rate will be. Just like any other loan, lenders are going to look at your debt to income ratio. And you can watch this video right here about your DTI. Some lenders will require your ratio to be below 40%, although you may have someone that's willing to be a little more flexible with that. But you'll also need to show proof of employment and or your regular income. So when you get approved for your HELOC, your lender will allow you to draw money during a fixed period of time. And this is known as the draw period. And once your draw period has ended, your lender may let you renew the line of credit. And if not, then you are going to be entering the repay period. The length of this HELOC can vary, but what my lender friend told me is it can run as long as 30 years. So often the draw period is about 10 years, and then the repayment period is up to 20 years. A HELOC's limit depends on a few different factors, including your credit and your unpaid debts, which we've already spoken about, but it is mostly determined by the market value of your current home and how much you owe on that mortgage. So for example, if you own a home that is market value at $400,000 and you have a $300,000 mortgage, then you have $100,000 worth of equity. Banks are only allowed to lend up to 85% of the appraised value minus what you owe. So for this example, the most that this owner could get would be $40,000. Now the cost of a HELOC could be a couple $100. So going into this, these are the fees that you'll need to be prepared for. You'll have to have an appraisal. You'll have to pay for the application fee for the lender. You'll have the attorney fees, and what the attorney is doing is drafting the documents, making sure the title search is done properly. You'll have a transaction fee, and then there is a possible annual fee that you need to consider also. The biggest risk for a HELOC is if you don't pay this, your house is on the line. Another risk is that the lender actually could reduce or freeze your loan if you don't make your payments or if there is a major change to your home's equity. But the biggest factor is that HELOC rates are typically a variable rate, and that can be affected by the market changes. So make sure you're asking these kind of questions to the lenders. Ask questions like, would my HELOC be a variable rate? You might want to ask if there's a periodic cap or a limit on how much the rate can change at one time, and if there's a lifetime cap. There are some other alternatives to a HELOC. There's the home equity loan, and sometimes These and the HELOCs are used interchangeably, but they are two completely separate animals. So just be aware of that when you're talking to the lender. Also, you could possibly do a cash out refinance. You can always take out a personal loan. So before you decide to go with a HELOC, consider what you're using the loan for. What are you using this money for? If you're planning on using it for home improvements, make sure that you have a budget and you consider all of the options, weighing the fees and the repayment schedule and the interest rates. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to call, text, or email me. My information's on the screen and in the descriptions below. Thank you for watching. My name is Mary Howard, and this is There Is No Place Like Home NC. Take care.